Hey guys, it's Chelsea here at Such a Voice. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be talking a little bit about using local resources. As you guys know, one of the perks of our job is being able to work in a studio that right now has purple lighting, and we can wear pajamas and we can network with people online. Like, there's no impetus to go outside and talk to people in the real world, right? Or is there? Actually, there totally is. So think about yourself for a moment. Even though we live in the era of Amazon and online ordering, it's really fun to go shopping in person. Like, my husband and I last weekend went to this Christmas event Friday night in our little downtown area in this kind of smaller town where we live, and just walked around and got to see things that local artisans made and local restaurants made. And I think society kind of misses that. And I think it's also something that a lot of people forget is useful with your voiceover career. Local businesses in your area probably also like working face-to-face with people they know sometimes, right? So the first thing we can think about, the first tool I'm going to give you guys today, is reaching out to local agencies and businesses. That doesn't just mean in your town. So for example, I live in Austin. I've reached out to people that are in Austin or in the greater Texas Hill Country, as this area is called. But I also reach out to people in Houston. Houston's my hometown. Or Dallas. My sister lived in Dallas, so did my aunt, right? So I've kind of thought about what are some areas on a broader scale in my neck of the woods that I still have connections to. You can use Craigslist, you can use LinkedIn, you can use Nextdoor. I mean, there are really so many awesome ways to meet people. Those are great ways to reach out to ad agencies, to marketing executives, to digital media companies. I just this week recorded something from a connection that I made with someone who has a media company locally in the area. You know, I approached him, I sent him an email, explained that I was local. We kind of talked about our personal stuff a little bit, not going too deep, but just to get to know each other. And sure enough, he had a contact show up who said, "Hey, I need voiceover." He went to me and we were able to get it done in a day. So really useful to do that. People like working with their neighbors. It's really old school, but really nice and refreshing. So do it. Okay, so my second tip for you guys, as far as utilizing local resources, have an accountability partner and go to events with them. We have to get out of our comfort zone, right? I mean, that's how everybody grows. Nobody grows just doing what they've done since kindergarten. You'd still be in kindergarten. To that end, find an accountability partner. Once a month or so, get together. Figure out events you can go to in the same place. You can check out Meetup. You can check out things like Eventbrite. There are all sorts of local events that are posted online. How can you approach those kind of networking things with a partner, right? Find somebody, create something, attend events, get to know people. It's also going to put a face to a name so that when you do reach out to people on LinkedIn after the event, they go, "Oh yeah, I remember meeting you. We talked about your kids," or "I loved your shoes," whatever it may be. My friend Mike and I went to an Austin Marketing Association event actually a couple months ago, and we met some awesome people. I think one of us won a bottle of wine. There's usually maybe a minimal fee if there's going to be food and beverage. $20, that's not much for me to be able to meet other people. I would pay well more than $20 to be, listed on a website and have access to clients. You can go do it in an event, and it's a lot more fun. 3, take classes locally. I know for a lot of you, you've gone through the Such a Voice program, or maybe you're still going through our program with a coach. That's awesome. I love Such a Voice. I wouldn't work here if I didn't. But on the flip side of that, there are so many local classes that can expand your vocabulary as a performer that aren't just voiceover. Voiceover is a foundation that you have to have, right? Your technique coaching, but things like improv, acting, the business of acting, physical performance like dance or even yoga. So all of these classes are local things you can take advantage of that will also help you feel grounded. It's really important for us to get out of our booth, to live our real life. I tell my students all the time, if all you're doing is spending 20 hours a day in your booth, how are you going to authentically be able to embody other people? Our job as artists is to connect with human beings, to learn about them, to understand what makes them tick, to understand what they love and why they feel the way that they do. So you have to be around other people for that to happen. So if you can't find a meetup that you like, there's not a lot of options. Maybe you live in a remote area of, Nebraska. Start something small, watch it grow. And a lot of times, once you get things up and running, other area leaders will say, "Hey, Susan started that entire group and now it's 500 people and we have a voiceover community. Susan must know what she's doing. I'm going to talk to Susan about working with us on this voiceover job," right? So do you see how putting yourselves in those positions where you have to learn and you have to kind of step up to the plate and you have to grow things, put you into a position of being recognizable and being a leader? I hope these were helpful for you guys. If you have any extra tips as far as what you do locally, how you use your local market and your resources, add them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys. I wish you a very, very wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and have a great start to the new year. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.